What's going on, guys? Nate here with Hood Racing Co. Ken met you with another video, and in this episode we're gonna make that perfectly running and driving vehicle not that. Let's get right into it.
I'm all about the stack. Big ass muscle threats. And be the OG, just to be exact.
What's going on, guys? So if you're not familiar with the channel, this is my daily driver 96 Ford Ranger. Here's our Martian. So daily driver 96 Ford Ranger. This is the Mustang. It's parked outside because I've been driving it. We got Carlos up in the house. He's going to give me a hand with this whole shabacle. But, yeah, the plan is to just drop this thing on its balls and make it pimping. So I'm going to start getting the bed torn apart, and we're going to get right into it. All right, guys, so we got the bed all torn down here. So we got the bed liner sitting over there with the tonneau cover and everything. Got the filler neck disconnected. Got the lighting harness undone down here. You want to make sure you get all that undone because, I mean, I'm leaving the taillights in so nothing gets damaged, but if you don't disconnect that, you're going to be yanking on it when you're yanking the bed. So just be careful about that. Got our bed bolts out. I was smart enough to put NICs on these last time, so these will get the same treatment when everything goes back together. Bed's a little crusty inside, but we'll clean her up. But yeah, it's time to pull the bed. Alrighty, so bed is off. As you can see, there's really not a whole lot to this. So again, this truck is already on a 3/4 drop, so we have the axle flip kit in the back. Or if you're running an Explorer axle, it just auto-ready sits on top, so you don't have to run that bracket. So we'll get all of this cleaned up back here. It's kind of crusty looking. We'll clean it up, and then we'll get our hanger flip going. So literally all you do is grind the heads of the rivets off, and then you take your hanger and flip it, put it back together. That's it. And you get another 2 or 3 inches out of it.
Not what you said.
Dog. All right, so we've been slowly chipping away at the truck here. You can see I started getting this corner cleaned up, and I threw some undercoating on it. We got the hangers removed. They were pretty nasty. Actually, this one's still laying here. I can show you. So the new hanger and shackle kit ended up coming with new leaf spring bushings, which is sweet. But as you can see, the hangers are pretty clapped, and new shackles as well. So yeah, we got all this finally pulled apart. I'm gonna keep cleaning on this, and then we're gonna get ready to start doing the C-notches. I got to sit in here. I'm gonna start kind of checking everything out, measuring and drawing lines and stuff. So see what we get. Also, Xavier joined us for the day. Say hello, Xavier. He chilling. He watching Coco Melon. But yeah, we're slowly hacking away out of here. So we'll keep going, and I'll show you what we get. All right, guys, so we've been slowly chipping away on this. Got this C-notch roughly bolted in. We got that side marked. So a cool little trick we figured out. So these are exact mirrors of each other. So instead of trying to sit here and eyeball it with each specific side, you take the right side, put it on the left side, and you can trace your outline that you need to cut out. And then you just measure your thickness off that when you draw the line here. And then, you know, you just get creative with it, and it's fine. So we got this roughly in here. We're going to cut that one, and then we'll get everything prepped up and ready and drill the rest of the mounting holes. So this will sit nice and proper, and then we can burn it in. And C-notches will be done. So we're getting there. This truck is nasty. Like, there's you can see this pile of junk right here. There's so much scaly. Yeah. So it's cool though. We're getting to it. All right, guys, so Carlos is currently welding in the passenger rear C-notch. He's stick welding it. He tried to give it the well, that's bright. Tried to give it the most, strongest weld we could lay on it.
Still dirty.
It'll be all right. But so once he's done with that, once he's done on that side, we can cut all this out and get this side all fitted up and whatnot.
Oh my God.
I'll taught you how to weld. Guys, so it is tomorrow. We ended up getting a decent amount of stuff yesterday that I wanted to go over. kind of give some more information before I proceeded. So as you can see, we got the back end of the frame undercoated just to clean it up, make it nice, you know, kind of try to prevent more rust. We ended up getting this C-notch welded all the way in. It actually came out really nice. So these are the Rick's Rangers under the bed C-notches. It's the biggest C-notch you can get to go under the bed without cutting, which is sweet. But Carlos did some stick welding on it, really laid down some nice beads on it, came out really nice. He said he's got a couple spots he wants to touch up on, but I think he did a phenomenal job. So shout out to Carlos. You killed it. You know, you did a fantastic job. The next thing I want to do, drill out the rest of the bolt holes and unbolt the rest of this plate in, just as a redundancy on strength. So once that's done, I can proceed to keep cleaning the rest of this frame rail, undercoating the rest of it inside and out. And then I have this side marked, as you can see here. So this is that inside mark I was talking about. When you flip the sides to do your template, you mark it out, and then you measure that arch piece. I think it was 3/16, or you can eyeball. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you just make your outside cut line, and you hack it out, and you're done. And then the C-notches utilize these factory oval holes in the frame to basically mock up your fit, see how you like it, if you need to adjust anything, trim some more, whatever. And then you just bolt it in and then weld it, and then you can drill the rest of your holes out to put the rest of your bolts in. So we'll get that done today. We'll keep cleaning the rest of the frame. It is becoming more apparent that as I get closer to the cab, I might have to drop the tank just because I'm trying to clean everything and make it nice. So I might end up dropping the tank at some point today and then really attacking this back cross member here just because it's pretty crusty and gross. So we'll see what we get with that. Been getting rid of like extra brackets that I'm not using anymore, stuff like that. So just kind of going through it, trying to make it nice. Another thing, I don't know if this is specific to step-side trucks or if it's, I haven't really noticed this brace before, but there's a cross brace here that basically goes over where the C-notches mount. So we ended up removing that just so we had room and eyes to work on this area. So once that's done, I'll probably knock the rivets out of that brace and then nut and bolt it back together with some red Loctite, and it'll be good again, just to give it its rigidity back. But little by little, we're getting there. So just wanted to get you guys up to speed with where we're at and how things are going, what I'm using. So I'll continue along and show you guys what we get into as we go. All right, guys, so C-notches are all done. Carlos killed it. No, he did a fantastic job. Played some real beads. I don't think she's going anywhere. And he went back over the spot up top he was talking about. It looks absolutely phenomenal. So now I just got to drill the bolt holes for this side, get it all cinched down, and the hard part is over. I can just keep cleaning and undercoating, and the back half will be done. Righty, so the rear suspension is now complete. Everything's snugged up and torqued down. Got our hangers. You can see the flip action we got going on here. So all those are snugged up. I got Loctite on everything. Went through and torqued down these cross member, or the C-notch bolts, sorry. Got our Nitro Drop 2 rear shocks installed. Got everything wire wheeled and cleaned. All that's left is just doing the brush on undercoating. You can see I did the spray on in all the hard to reach areas. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get that easy, like the insides of the rails and all that and whatnot. So now I just gotta do the brush on method, let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow I can install the rear bump stops. I can put that brake line bracket on over the driver's side bump stop. And then I want to get some new foam. There was a couple foam pads under the bed here on the rail, and obviously that wasn't for no reason. In my head, it seems like it was a noise thing. Kind of gave the bed something to ride against so you didn't get a bunch of unnecessary rattles and whatnot. So I'm going to try and make a run up to somewhere tomorrow, see if I can find some kind of like one-sided like foam tape or something to lay on the frame. And then that should be it. The bed can go back on and we can reassemble the rear of the truck. I'll probably clean off the back area. It's all super nasty and gross. But not too bad. As you can see, we won't be running the meshies. So for those of you that know me and know this truck, I've had these wheels for over a year now with those tires because these tires are absolutely cooked and I just kind of wanted to try something different. So I've been running these wheels, but I've been running those 225/70/15 Milestar Street Steels. Great tires for the price. Can't really beat them. Thunderhead 289 put me onto those. I was watching some of his videos and I seen, you know, the white letter is what I was looking for. And I looked up the price and they're pretty cheap. I think I paid like $2 something for all 4 off Amazon. So it worked out good. But now that we're going lower, we need a little more clearance. And my guesstimations told me that I needed roughly a 24-inch tire from what I was seeing on social media with other trucks. 24-inch was like definitely going to clear, and I can go lower if I want to. So we're doing 195/60/15s, which the outer diameter ends up being 24 inches. So a little small, but I think it'll do fine. And either it's going to look dumb or it'll look all right. And I don't know. We got to see how it's all going to look when it's done. I can't really get a good judge of it right now. But yeah, it's coming along little by little. So I'm going to get started doing the undercoating here, and we'll just keep trucking along. It's done. It's 2:38 in the morning. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so rear of the truck's all back together. Vinny was kind enough to swing by and give me a hand putting the bed back on. Shout out to that guy.
Just what I wanted to do.
Yeah. But bed's back on. If I jump like crazy in the bed, the diff does hit. But I'm not really going to have any weight in the bed of this thing anymore. So I think it'll be fine for now at least. Got our new wheels and tires on here. Everything's looking real good in the wheel well. All nice and clean, undercoated. Nice and pretty. We did throw our 1.5 inch spacers on the rear. Got everything Loctited and torqued down. I still got to put like the bed rails and the tonneau cover and everything back on, but I want to see if I can pull these bed sides off first and fix the broken anchor plates in the bed. I'll see about that, but I'm not really going to worry about that right now. Just wanted to get the rear of the truck done. So if you like what you're seeing, stick around for the next episode. Thanks for checking it out.